Hello and welcome to another episode of Wes Opens. I'm Wes the Average Trainer, and today I am opening the Kamen Rider Decade Super Best Henshin belt. That's not just me bragging about the belt. That's actually what it says. So anyway, welcome. I just got the Super Best Henshin belt for Kamen Rider Decade, the Tori Sugari no Kamen Rider himself. Hence, my bad Japanese. But anyway, that aside, I got the cool belt, and I'm going to open it, and you're going to take a look at it, and you're going to see some of the things that I see, and hopefully we'll do a little bit of a sound test. Spoiler alert, I've already actually opened this belt box to put the batteries in, so that should save some time. So anyway, let's get started. Right here you have Kamen Rider Decade himself, and his belt right there. It's a nice little picture of his belt, his logo, which is a sweet logo. I like the barcode on it. Then you have the 10 Kamen Ride cards and the 10 final form ride cards, I believe, which are, displayed prominently in the show. On the top, it says Super Best Henshin belt right there. And you can see a quick shot of all of the cards that he uses. Well, not all of the cards that he uses, but the Kamen Ride cards that he uses initially in the series. And then finally on the bottom, you have the final form ride cards. Pretty sweet, great looking cards. On this side of the box, you can see there's a picture of Decade with some riders behind him. Pretty sweet shot. And another shot of the belt. On the back, tells you how to henshin using this belt. So you put the card in from the top, flip the little side switch things, and it'll flip over, do the sound. Really cool. And another shot of all of the different cards, as well as the attachments that you can get for the belt, which I don't have any of those yet, but I'd like to in the future. And then finally on this side, you have Decade in a sweet action pose, and he's looking pretty good. And another shot of the belt. But you're not interested in the box, are you? You're interested in what exactly is actually in this box, and I'm going to show you right now. Let's open this up. Hopefully I can get the cardboard packaging out too. Instructions, the best part of this box, no doubt. Tells you exactly how to put all of the batteries in there, as well as how to assemble it, which, if you're 6 years old, probably really important stuff. If you already have, 2 or 3 other Kamen Rider belts, you kind of know what you're getting into. But it's still cool, nice black and white shots of the different accessories and cards that you can get, or that you will be getting in this. And then finally, dun 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 dun, you have all of the packaging, which I hastily repackaged after I already tried it out. Right here, you have the 20 different cards. Let's go ahead and open that up. Do a quick glance through of all of the riders and the final form ride cards. So let me get closer to the camera. Oh, I bumped the table. All right. Featuring prominently, of course, is Decade, Kiva, Deno, Kabuto, Hibiki, Blade, Faiz, Ryuki, Agito, Kuga. And on the back, they all have the same symbols for their respective show. And then the final form ride cards. They say that, this is a final attack ride card. Sorry. This is the final attack ride card for Kamen Rider Decade. I'm guessing that's the rider kick. Then you have the final form ride cards for Kiva, Deno, Kabuto, Hibiki, Blade, Faiz, Ryuki, Agito, Kuga. Very nice little glossy cards. And of course, yes, the different symbols on the back for the different riders, which are really nice. I really like them. So there you have the 20 cards that are included with the set. Of course, you can get more cards, but I don't have any more. So that's how that is. Let's take out the unimportant stuff first. Well, not as important as the other parts. This is the part that connects there, and probably where you would put the belt extender. I forgot to bring mine today, so I can't actually wear it, but it's pretty cool. And you have this part that helps connect the belt extender to it, or both sides of the belt. Here you have the base for the belt. Let's go ahead and take this out of the package. Right there, you can see the different doohickeys. Open up, close, open, close. Got these little dots on here, green, red, blue, blue, red, green. so it kind of follows the same pattern on both sides, even though it really shouldn't. It says Decade right at the top. On the back, it has some information in Japanese. 2009 copyright, Bandai 2008. This is where you would connect the other side of the belt and this part. Unfortunately, I wish this didn't get stuck here, because I'd really like just to have this base section on its own, you know? This is stuck to it, so you'd have to use some screws to get that out. And then finally, the part where you put the cards in, and the very stylish, well, front part. Right here, you have all the different symbols for the riders. This part, which looks like a camera lens, which goes really well with the theme of Kamen Rider Decade. And on the, got the card insert area right here. This part helps you connect the belt to, well, connect this section to the belt. It's really scary to try to pull it off, so I'm not going to try to do it. I'm just going to attach it. This is where the batteries go, 2 AAAs if you don't have them. This is where it connects right there, and this is where it turns on, and let's turn it on. Well, let's do that again. Looking nice, turns red. That's super cool. So, all right, let's go ahead and connect it. Leave it connects like this. There we go. Then take that part off, and that's great. Let's go ahead and move that. And we'll set this right here. Maybe if I put this like this, no? Nope. Let's grab the box so that it has a nice little stable back to it. So you can kind of see what's going on here. Okay, that's moderately stable. Let's go ahead and see what some of these cards do. Let's look at the one for Decade. So you have this part, and it goes in like so. And I think the card kind of comes out a little bit, so it's a little off-center at that point, but it's still pretty cool. Let's take this out. So that was the Decade transformation card. Stay. All right, let's choose another one of my favorite writers. How about Kabuto? And as you could hear, it plays the specific transformation sound or jingle of that particular rider, which is really cool. Very nostalgic. Let's take out the Kabuto card. Okay, so we've tested out 2 riders. Now let's get the final attack ride card for Decade. This one right here. Place it in as so. I love that. Decade. I remember saying that a lot in college when Decade was on. Take that out. And let's go for a final form ride for a particularly neat rider. Deno. Or Momotaros. Because that's what the katakana says. Okay, it says Deno, but it's the Momotaros card because it says Momotaros Imagine. Yeah, Momotaros Imagine. So yeah, there you got it. That's the Kamen Rider Decade Super Best Henshin belt. Is it the Super Best belt? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's a pretty sweet belt. You got all these cards that work with it, and I know you can download some of them from the internet. Some of the scans of the barcodes and make your own cards if you so desire. Do I recommend that? Not necessarily, but you know, if you can't afford all these cards, and I understand if you can't really get a lot of these things for cheap, but this ended up being for really cheap, so. And nothing happens when you do that, so we'll go ahead and put that there. We need a cool ending picture here, so let's move all these, let's just move everything. There we go, let's move this out. Boom, there it is. The Kamen Rider Decade Super Best Henshin belt. Pretty sweet. I highly recommend it. And I think It's a great representation. I wish I had the complete selection modification decade belt, but oh well. It's more show accurate, but I don't spend feel like spending $500 something. So, all right. Well, thank you for watching, and until next time, as I stall to grab the decade card. Stay average. Goodbye.